Good afternoon all, this is Darth Rabbit 07 come to you today with another quick review. I went to Target on April Fool's Day and didn't get fooled. I found the new Studio Series 86 blaster. Some may not think that's a necessary purchase, but I want the updated paint apps and this kind of stuff that should have been released on the first go around. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching my channel. Let's turn this around and see if it was worth another purchase of this here Kingdom mold. And for those looking in stores, it's no April Fool's Day joke. This is actually on the shelf. It was street dated for yesterday. Targets everywhere were closed. 48 hours ago, there was a coupon for if you spent $75, you can get $20 off of that. So I found this in Wheeljack today and bought a pack of Pokemon cards. They still honored that deal even though it went off. Be nice to your Target employees, guys. This guy looks fantabulous on the box. Big screen Inspire, blaster, broadcast and SOS, transmission calling for Autobot, reinforcements. And not only did they have Eject, he also had Rewind and Steeljaw and Ramhorn. And that would have been a nice part of this set, but don't get me started on exclusivity and its small quirks anyway. Like I said, we've already seen this 3 other times. You got 20 steps to transform. Nobody displays it like this anymore, so let's do things more efficiently moving forward, Hasbro. Nice looking artwork on the side. Let's get him out of the box and see if it's worth another purchase, guys. What all comes inside the box this time around? You get the instructions again. We've already seen this 3 times. We got this battle scene, which I don't see anybody ever putting this in their displays and displaying it like this with the figure or not, but I mean, options are there. I say recycle it and or work more efficiently and do away with this part of the thing altogether, because it does come on an inset right here and it holds the stuff in loosely. I hope this gets cleaned up and better as we get windows back in the box again. There's nothing else on the back of the box. You got these guys. Let's safely get that cut away, do away with the plastic where it needs to go, put the cardboard in recycling, and take a closer look at the figure himself. And here's Blaster updated with his animated colors and the solid plastics, looking really great. Let's focus on Eject first and take a closer look at Eject up in front of the camera. I kind of wish like he had the white tempo with the red in the background. That's a little bit tricky. I'm looking for the toy hacks to come along and clean this on up a bit more. It's nice to have this solid. It is blue painted white, and you can see that head with the gold eyes and that detail. He's got all the same articulation he had before. You can get a little look up by the transformation joint. You can get all the way around there at that. You got the ball joint there, but I'm not afraid to move it around this time and no cracking there. Knock on wood real quick. The waist is still not there. You do get the legs up that far, back that far. Everything articulation wise is still there to a T. So there's all that stuff with the Eject. Looks really great. On the back, kind of hollowness there in the legs. I kind of wish it was done better, but even more so, I'd like to have Rewind available, but that didn't happen. And Steeljaw and Ramhorn. That would have made this actually sing a little bit better, make it a little easier to swallow. That said, we got to get him. He's just going to fall down here in a second. There he goes. We got Blaster here. Let's take a closer look at that face, and you can see I got some overspray and some paint stuff that should never be in an exclusive repaint. Actually should lead off with this nice deco to begin with. I love the way this looks here. If you open up the chest, you can see how they did the inside of that there. And we'll get Eject transformed here in a minute to get him, see if he slides in there and that stuff. That functionality is still there. I love that. Would have liked to have seen the other tips go in here with the little slider function that they had with another Soundwave. I think it was Masterpiece that had that slider function. The back looks kind of bland. They still got the holiness in the backs of stuff, so I'm going to have to get upgrade kits and gat fillers for this, which should not have been a thing being released again. And anytime you got a Voyager class or even a deluxe class, you should have, not to rely on the upper swivels to get the swivel, you should have wrist swivels and stuff. It's on a hinge due to the transformation joint. I like to point a finger to simulate, pointing that out and ejecting it just like it is on the box art there, and so on and so forth. You got the blaster cast in the same kind of color as the hands. It's not black, it's gray this time. More animation accurate is what we keep screaming on for this necessity of this release. And what really grinds my gears here is that they got this color of plastic and then they got this color of plastic, but then instead of giving the feet the same color as this, they went and gang molded it to the same color as this, and then painted it, which it's already chipping on mine, as you can see right there. And the same thing going on up here on the chest is it's got a little paint chippage going on. So I mean, better packaging, better handling before it even gets to us. It would be nice to have that articulation added back. It's got all the same articulation, and the good news is there's no mold degradation at this point. But just little things like you're going to do a repaint, you need to make sure the colors are uniform. Use the same color plastics, and I don't see why they couldn't use this color plastic for those feet. It just doesn't, little stuff like that doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of stuff doesn't make any sense to me. But like I said, we've already seen this 3 other times. Let's get that out here on the table. And here's where we stand with the old Kingdom release versus the new 86 movie animation accurate release. And we'll start with the Ejects first. You hold them up close and you look at them side by side. I love the paint detail so much better than that clear plastic over here on this left side here. I like the gold actually better on that. It's almost like it's a different gold, and it's also metallic looking, but it's not totally like that chrome stuff. It just gives that a faux appearance, I guess, with that clear plastic background. No Autobot symbol painted on where there should be an Autobot symbol. The Autobot symbol, the abs look better with the solid plastic, and the crotchal region, you know, looks better with the animation version. And those legs, you get look at the legs and the feet detail there is that. And if you flip it over on the back, there's the differences there. I really do like the solid version with the painted pieces so much better than I do that clear plastic. Now let's get into the robots, the bigger bots themselves. I'm gonna set these aside for just a moment. They won't go far away if I can get them to stand up. Boom, there we go. Don't really need to get it to stand up, you can just lay down. But we do have clear plastic in the chest and how it used to be. And I guess yeah, it's the same kind of everything. It just made it solid plastic versus that. And you got this guy right here. You can see how they did that differently. And close that back up. We have the painted face versus the non-painted darker plastic face. This is, I guess, it could be your more comic book version because this guy was never in the Kingdom show. I got some Larkin's upgrades from his Etsy. That's Eject's little guns added into the original black casted blaster. Black versus the gray. There you have it, guys. I like the way that they did the Kingdom one. I don't like the way they did the animated one. I love having the white background, so I'm probably going to get a Toy Hacks label there. Love the way that new piece got painted, the blue piece underneath, and this is got no paint on it, looking clear so you can see the tapes inside. There's pluses and minuses across the board, to each his own. Both the chest functions function really good on both of mine. Man, I just wish that Autobot symbol had that white background there. Looks like the waist is the same exact thing, and now that I got them in hand, they actually look like the same colors of red. And here comes the FedEx guy, so the dogs are probably going to start barking. Let me pause here. And moving down to the leg region. I can't even speak today. I forgot to turn these things back around again. Let me fix that real quick here. There we go. So there's you got black on the left with the Kingdom version. You got the grayish color on the animated version. Same thing with the thighs there. The paint and everything looks the same there on the upper parts of the leg. Then you can keep moving down through there. It's like this is lighter than that kind of plastic. And you got the black pieces that are unpainted versus the painted dark gray like this. Anyway, and you go around the leg there and you get the gang molded plastic there, and you get painted plastic here. You go back on the back, and they definitely missed a couple of painted features that they did. They got one knob versus 3 and 4 knobs and some buttons there on the back side, and then the deco has different black in the different spots. The knobs are black, and then there's not black. Anyway, we'll see that more when we get the tape deck mode. And like I said, we've had this other, we've had this mold 3 other times. The other 2 are coming up right here in just a minute. And 3, 2, 1, and like I was saying, it makes it really hard to justify buying it again for a lot of folks and whatnot. But I'm a sucker because I never did, well, we didn't have shutter glass back in the day, and never had twin cast because we didn't have headmasters here in America, and I didn't even have blaster because I was just a poor guy from Woodfin. So there's the new blaster and how it stacks up. I really do hope we do get a 3-pack of the other tapes versus a whole another release. I'm probably just going to have to get a toy hack symbol and fix that Autobot symbol with the toy hacks, because the other ones do look really good with their painted white background. So there's the big minor gripes and quibbles. So all the transformations the same. I'm just going to transform everybody and get them into deck mode and take a look at the first two first here, and then look at them all together in 3, 2, 1, and here is Blaster in the tape deck, the 86 animated, and then the Kingdom release. And I still got a little eavesdropper in there, so you did get a eject and a rewind inside of the clear colors, but we need that other one and the other 2 cassette tapes. This is going back with the twin cast there. Anyway, you got these 2 guys here. You can see how the knobs and stuff on the front of this deck, this looks a little bit better because it's painted throughout. They hit one knob and left the rest to imagination. Getting ready to knock them off in the ground. Let's just go ahead and get these guys looked at real quick. So there you got the clear version with the Kingdom or the Energon infused, and the regular. This is what we should have had to begin with. This looks so much better. Got the little painted Autobot symbol there, tempoed in. I'll probably still get a toy hacks like I was saying and make it with a white background. Hopefully that gets made in the near future. Love the way that looks versus the other one. The colors pop on the animated. That it's a muted kind of clear plastic there, but clear plastic all the same, and you can see where it can crack at in different spots here, and I just don't like the way it does in places. It's even worse on rewind there. Let me get rewind back out here real quick. I could have swore it was worse on him. No, it's this guy. You can see where it cracked right there. Boom. It was eject. It had the cracked plastic. Crap-tastic crap plastic. Can't talk. And of course, for more prosperity, you got the shattered glass version of eject alongside these other guys here. You see how that works out. Boom, bitty boom, bitty boom. Oops, there we go. You can at least see their heads through the thing, and it kind of looks like an Autobot symbol on rewind there, but there you go. Just some prosperity there. Got those other ones. Let's get the other tape decks on deck. And if you made it this far, you get the comparison with the animated to the Kingdom release to the Transformers Legacy Evolution release of Twin Cast, and back over here to the Shattered Glass version of Blaster. Looking pretty good. I like having them all there. It's kind of got like a little thing going on. Boom. So, into some final thoughts. Is this actually worth, another purchase of the mold? If you want to be a completionist, yes. If you want animated, yes. The only thing I don't like about the paint deco is that, or actually there's 2 things. The lack of white background right there with the Autobot symbol, and the lack of paint here in the deck mode, because that looks good and that doesn't look so good. And even this one's got some of that detail. That one foregoed some of the detail. It's got some down there. But anyway, guys, that's about going to do it for the Blaster repaint. I think it's necessary because I wanted the animated version, but they should have just let off with this instead of like jerking our chain here and making us spend all that money there. Well, they didn't make us, but I support you, Hasbro. Obviously, I buy your stuff. Please do better is what the bottom line is, and it's frustrating that we couldn't get this to begin with. Still like this, but I mean, this is what we wanted, guys. Thanks again for watching my channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. All the stuff down below. Thanks again to all my subscribers. You guys totally rock. Thank you again for taking some of your valuable time spending it with me here, looking at the new SS8625 Studio Series Autobot Blaster and Eject. The other negative that I have for this is we don't want exclusives, guys. Just release to begin with, and don't. This was the only one of those in the store today, and my Target order got canceled 5 days ago. And on top of that, whenever I was going for the Optimus that was a Target exclusive, I missed out on this on Pulse. They did it. Give us one set time of the day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Pulse member, if you got a Pulse membership, then, you know, of course, yeah, do it an hour beforehand. But like 1 o'clock for those members, then everyone at 2 o'clock, and stop shortchanging everybody, man. It's so frustrating. Thanks again for watching. Have a good day. Till all are one, guys.